the 2K news, 21 news at. I've talked about this a lot, but look at our calendar from last year. If you want an idea of when things are coming this year, obviously there'll be a couple differences, but for the most part, obviously with COVID, we aren't having events up to till now. So last year we had the Vegas influencer event and a couple other things like ComplexCon and whatnot. So without events, some of that stuff is more challenging. But if you want a pretty good basis of when news drops, look at last year's calendar. It has actually, this is my 13th 2K launch. It hasn't really changed over the years. So
Let's go with y'all YouTube, coming at y'all with a brand new video. We got some NBA 2K21 news, some information that came out yesterday, and it pertains to the leaks that I showed you guys in my last video. If you haven't watched that, make sure you guys go watch that. I'll put the link in the description so y'all can go and watch that before you watch this video. But we have some new information. We finally got the soundtrack, and as the other leak said, the soundtrack was actually kind of accurate. It was like 70% accurate. As always, before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We are on the road to 1K. Make sure we hit that as soon as possible. I'm gonna start streaming and having some late night streams and chill with y'all. But to not waste your time, let's get straight into the news. So we got the soundtrack for NBA 2K21, and the leak really, or it wasn't leak, Ronnie literally came out with it and said the soundtrack on the next version will, or the next gen, will have 200 more songs, 202 to be exact, on the next gen soundtrack. So the new or the old gen will have a limited soundtrack, which I'll be muting because I always mute the soundtrack. I never listen to the soundtracks. But yeah, that's the first bit of information we got from yesterday. Some artists that were on the soundtrack are The Weeknd, Travis Scott, Roddy Ricch, Baby, Pop Smoke, Juice WRLD, Dame Doll, which is Damian Lillard, Stormzy, Youngboy, Polo G, Jack Harlow, Rick Ross, Annalise Choppa, Lil TJ, Sapphire, Meek Mill, Tory Lanez, Stunner for Vegas, and Denzel Curry is the ones that I know, and the ones that I just read off to you guys will be on the soundtrack for both gens, but just won't have the same amount of songs, as next gen will have 200 more songs. Phantoms tweeted out, is there going to be a demo slash prelude for the current gen 2K21 coming, and then he added LD2K. And then LD2K did respond saying all official announcements will come from NBA 2K, and that is what that I hate about this developer team.
I'm so sick of these people.
They dodge every question. Like, can you not give us like a month? But on Twitter, someone did leak. It is not official, but it is pretty much like in the air. Like, I think everyone really has seen it. It is said that the prelude will be, or the date will be released this weekend. As I'm recording, it is Tuesday the 28th, so I'm thinking maybe the 1st of August or the 31st, Friday, or the 2nd, or August 2nd. We'll get the date for the prelude. Usually comes out like 2 weeks before the game releases, and that's just gonna be for the current gen, because the next gen will be a totally different game, as NBA 2K has already said about that. That's why I'm not really that hyped about this prelude, because it is going to be a whole different game. Ronnie 2K did go on to Instagram Live yesterday. He was talking about NBA 2K21, but all he was talking about was the soundtrack. I went through all 40 minutes of, or I think it was like 50 hour, I don't know. I went through all the footage. All he was talking about was the soundtrack and all this other BS stuff. Nothing NBA 2K21 that we wanted to hear. It is actually this. It was crazy. Agent Zero did tweet, we are gonna get the game 2K21 before we even get any gameplay. It is crazy that we haven't gotten any gameplay from NBA 2K21, and you are literally like 2 months away from the game. I hate this developer team, but please take my advice right now. Do not order 2K21 until we get some more information about the pre-order. They have made this pre-order the most complicated thing in the world. I mean, it is literally, it makes no sense to anybody. So what they've done is the VC and the close are the only thing that transfers from next gen to or old gen to next gen, my bad. So the park, or not the park, the players, the boost that you get, the 3 hours of, or three, not three, the 3 days of double rep that you get will not transfer, because if you order the Mamba edition for next, or for this gen, you get the you get Mamba edition for this gen, and then you get the standard edition for the other gen. So like, you are getting ripped off pretty much $30, because it's 2 different games, and apparently they can't transfer players because, I don't know, I guess it's like 2 different games, because you can't really transfer 2 players into, or old gen to a next gen if it's a whole different game, as they're saying. But like I just said, please do not order 2K for your own sake until we get some more information, and as in more information, confirmed information, because these from old gen to next gen player things all came from a developer, and we know that these developers do not know what they're saying. The only developers that we can trust are LD2K and Chris, or not Chris Manning, Mike Wing, and I don't even know if they're developers. I think Mike Wing is a developer, but LD2K is just on the team. I don't know what he does. They could be both developers, I don't know. But please do not pre-order 2K right now. That is all I got for y'all today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, turn on the notifications so you get the latest NBA 2K21 news, and peace out, y'all.